one of the only lucky guys to get one in the anniversary sale. Oh, shit. Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier, and this is Ship Updates. Sorry, I just couldn't resist. But yeah, of course, I'm sure everybody's seen it by now, but just the incredible footage of the Javelin that was featured on Around the Verse. Now, of course, the Javelin is the second of 3 military capital ships that have been on sale in the Star Citizen universe, though numerically it is the least prolific within the Star Citizen universe. They've only been available for sale during the anniversary sales the last 2 years, and I think, what was it, 4 batches of 200 each or whatnot. But suffice it to say, every time the ship comes up for sale, it is immediately sold out, and it disappears faster than tickets to CitizenCon or BlizzCon or anything like that. I mean, the ship just vanishes right off the market. And it has become kind of, within the community, a bit of a point of contention. But overall, this ship just looks amazing. It looks pretty damn incredible. And, even though for me as a pirate, I look at it and I say, I don't really have a practical use for that, I do understand the appeal. I absolutely understand it. And overall, I'm not against there being ships like this in the Star Citizen universe. I hope that a ship like this is going to be the precursor to a very robust mission and reward sharing program that allows players who perhaps don't have the resources, obviously, or the wherewithal to maintain a ship like this, to go and basically crew up on a ship like this, go out and do some missions with the ship owner, and then receive rewards appropriate for manning a ship this big and doing the type of missions and content that a ship like this could do. I hope there's a system like that in this, because obviously that's something that could be applied to a lot of the larger vessels in the Star Citizen universe, and would really give ships like this a real place in the universe beyond, just eye candy, to make it something truly fulfilling and fun to play. I mean, like, this is beyond, say, if you look at Star Citizen and you look at the fighters and say, oh, that's kind of like bringing, Star Wars to life, being able to kind of do like an X-Wing pilot thing or a B-Wing or a Y-Wing, whatever. If you look at the capital ships, this is more kind of going almost in a bit of a Star Trek direction, with having a crew and having to maintain the ship and all the little odds and ends. It kind of bridges into a whole other experience that I think is going to be really amazing and really fun. And, this is one of those things that, even though, there are some, it's a difficult argument around the Javelin and its availability, because I do see the point of it being limited availability within the universe. But at the same time, having some people kind of locked out of it who otherwise could have one, I think it's one of those questions that really, I don't think there's a satisfactory answer to it. But overall, this ship looks amazing. Now, also in Around the Verse, we saw further progress on the Misk Hull C. Now, of course, this ship is the pattern for the entire Hull series, from the Hull A to the Hull E, that whole family of cargo ships. And so what they're doing is, somewhat like the Cutlass, they're using this as kind of like the base vessel in the series, which all the further vessels will be based upon, hopefully to accelerate the production process and get an overall feel for the style of that group within the Misk family, and then move forward at a much quicker pace on all the variants. And it does look pretty darn good. And when you look at, say, the Starfarer interiors, like in here, you can see a lot of similarity with the interiors of the Starfarer. So it does indeed really look like one of the ships in the Misk family. So it's very exciting to see that. Now, I'm not, of course, an owner of this ship, but one of the ships that I have constantly thought about is this ship here, the Misk Razor, which is also looking absolutely amazing. And I guess if I were to create more Top Gear style videos, this would be a great vessel to kind of go ripping around the galaxy in, or possibly like if a friend had an M50 and I had this, or any of the other racing ships, just kind of go and make videos bombing around the universe and talking about the ship, sort of like Top Gear style. That would be one of the ships that I would use if I was creating videos like that. I don't know. Possibly there's an idea out there for someone if they want to do it. Now, of course, during that video segment, the Reclaimer was mentioned but not seen, so suffice it to say, it's obvious that the Reclaimer is moving forward. Will it make 3.0? I don't know. I would like to think so, but obviously at some point later today, we are supposed to get a 3.0 production schedule. Though I'm not holding up the production of this video to accommodate that. When it does come out, I will discuss it on Monday on the Piracy Show. Hopefully there'll be some other information in that. But with seeing all this new footage of the Javelin, you know, speculation, of course, starts. Is the Javelin, or possibly is the Idris, going to be in 3.0? Now, you know, there's a lot of people who kind of, you know, who have a vested interest in those ships and would like to see them very soon. So they're going to be, of course, very, you know, positive about the possibility of it being in 3.0. And there is a logical argument for that. I mean, if these ships are truly, you know, flight ready, and I mean, chances are they probably are already flight ready. Just because, like, we've been hearing about these ships and we've been seeing them actually for quite some time, especially the Idris. So could they possibly be in 3.0? A logical argument for that would be that with players being able to test these ships out and kind of vet them, it would make it a lot easier to bring them into Squadron 42 had they already been kind of in the hands of players. Now, the counter argument, of course, is they probably wouldn't release it prior to Squadron 42 to, you know, kind of give Squadron 42 as much of that kind of big hype as they can possibly generate around that game. So, you know, there are arguments both ways. I mean, Squadron 42 is still pushing for a 2017 release. That is still the goal. And I would like to think that hopefully having them in the hands of the players early would allow for that goal to be met much faster, with, you know, players being able to test the ships and give feedback. I mean, we did hear about how feedback on the cockpit design of the Javelin was incorporated and the cockpit actually got redesigned. Once again, highlighting the importance of players, you know, feeling free to give their feedback on ships and suggest changes. And, you know, once again, that was a very good change, you know, adding more visibility to the cockpit. I mean, that's definitely a good idea. So I don't know that it would make 3.0. I would love to be wrong. I would be absolutely enthusiastic to be wrong about that. But yeah, I'm sorry, I just can't see it. I think they're going to hold on to it for Squadron 42. Once again, I would love to be wrong. I would be so happy to be wrong, but I just don't see it. Now, it should be noted, of course, that these are two of the big military ships in the Star Citizen universe, and these are finished now, or very close to being finished and close to being delivered, hopefully at some point this year into the PU, and allowing us to test them. And with that, hopefully will come at least some content to allow us to explore the combat potential of these ships. But once again, that's just speculation. However, one can't help but note, 2 down, 1 to go. Anyways, that's it for the show today. Of course, being Good Friday, I'm trying to get this one out and finished a little bit early so I can go and make use of the rest of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course, with the 3.0 production schedule coming out and possibly more details in that, I will be discussing that on Monday on the Piracy Show. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.
Quantum travel initiated.